Hey everyone, Garrett here from Naked Famous Denim, back again with another fade review on how these jeans go from this to this. But before we get into the details, do me a big favor, hit that like button if you haven't already. Please subscribe to the channel. Okay, so we got a really nice pair of Raised by Wolves Naked Famous Denim collaboration jeans sent in by Drew from Oakland in California. He's been wearing these jeans for about a year, starting in 2019. He wore them all over California. He was in college. He did a little bit of walking, cycling, studying. He even did a bunch of home repairs on his parents' house, which you'll see has definitely influenced his jeans, as well as repairing his jeans as well. And he even met his wife in these jeans. Congratulations, Drew. And there's also a little surprise in the back pocket, which we'll get to in a bit. So this was actually an older pair from Naked Famous Denim collaboration with Raised by Wolves, and it is using the Vulgar fabric. So I have a pair here, which we'll do a side-by-side comparison with the Peace and Love, which is what we currently have in stock, but it's using the exact same yarn. So if you want to get the same fades that you see here, we do have the Peace and Love in stock. So let's get started. On the front, these tell a lot of stories. So starting from the very top, already you can see here that co-branded Raised by Wolves logo and the Naked Famous Denim on the inside. We have a lot of patina going on the waistband. It's kind of creased a little bit here because it's probably pushing down. On the buttons, already quite brass here. This is the tin hardware, but you can see that brass shining through on the edge, as well as on the script on the button there. Moving down, the hardware, the rivets, not a lot of brassing, but you can see here that iconic Vulgar selvage edge on that coin pocket has faded quite nicely. Moving down, all the buttons are good. Actually, we can see here on this main buttonhole that there was some damage, so he did a little bit of a whip stitch repair here on that button, so it's held up. It's a little bit looser, but there, it works just fine on that buttonhole. We can see, oh look, he even tore a little bit through this buttonhole, so this buttonhole here failed. He could have probably repaired that, but I guess it wasn't a big deal, so he left that just broken like that. And you can see here that there's a lot of wear and tear on these buttonholes, so he's definitely taking these pants on and off quite a bit. These worn through almost all the way on both of them. Coming down to the lap area, this is where things really start to get interesting. We have quite a bit of fading on these jeans. You can really see that streakiness of that vintage style. We got some very distinct whiskers on the lap area. You can tell these were worn on the tighter side because they are quite parallel and horizontal in general. We started to see these paint splatters here. So he mentioned that he was repairing his parents' home and he was doing some painting. And so I guess he just got a little bit of paint splatters on the house. So we got a little piece of the house here on the jeans. Quite a cool bit of the story on this pair. Moving down, it's hard to ignore these amazing sashiko style repairs here. You can see that he's done this grid, which is beautiful, and it kind of has really popped because of that 3D fading. You can see here some of the stitches kind of elevate that fabric and keep it a little bit darker behind. And then he's got a cool fabric that he's used for repair around these holes here. Let's take a look on the inside. Oh, it's actually denim. So there's one layer of denim, and then I guess it's a special patterned denim on the inside. And there seems to be some type of glue. Maybe he was holding it down with a little bit of glue at some point here on that thread. So, and then another small sashiko stitch repair on this. Very well done. I'm very impressed. It takes a lot of patience. I don't have that much patience, that's for sure. You can see here that the crotch area is experienced some wear and tear, that's for sure. We have some machine done repairs in the crotch reinforcements, but then it started to blow out here. So yeah, he mentioned he was doing a little bit of cycling. That will definitely kill your crotch faster than anything else. And a little bit more sashiko stitch repair where he's kind of, we'll look at that on the back. Coming down to the knee and lower thigh area, you can see more of those paint splatters, which are all, I don't know, they're all kind of in a similar color range, which is quite nice. The knees area, he's got this big hole on the right knee, so he definitely favors his right knee, but very classic knee hole there. We can see the train tracks running down the outside. Basically, this jean so far is ticking all the boxes. Coming down here, we can see that they've been washed quite a few times, so you can see a little bit of marbling on those jeans, kind of those squiggly lines, but overall added to the jeans a lot. We can see we cuffed him here. There's a little bit of a cuff mark on both sides, and beautiful roping on the hem as well, on that chain stitch hem. So let's flip up the cuff here. We can see again that vulgar selvage edge, and let's flip him up. So that's how he had these cuffs. So he was definitely flipping them up to flip them off. So he was showing off his vulgarness in these jeans. All right, coming around to the back, starting with this patch, you can see that iconic Raised by Wolves leather patch. See if you can get really close there, Vinny, and get a detailed shot of it best you can. So it has, of course, the tragic blonde lady, and there's two wolves coming in from the side. So pretty cool. Definitely one of the more requested patches. People always talk about this one. But Veg Tan has patinaed and aged nicely. Down over here, we can see some nice kind of puckering along the bottom of the yoke. There, the seat is faded beautifully and very evenly. Overall, the pockets have stood up nicely, only a few small holes. But you can see here, there's kind of this like faint ghost outline. I wonder what that is. So if you actually look on the inside, you can see that he's sewn in something to kind of like cause a fade to happen. I'm guessing maybe it's part of a shirt or a hat, and it is from the Oakland Athletics team, or also known as the A's. So he put his favorite sports team in there and sewed that in, and then as a result, over time, that raised area fades and you can kind of see that ghost coming through. So very cool little DIY personalized touch to show off your favorite team on your faded jeans. Now, okay, coming down to the crotch area, we can see extensive repairs here. So a lot of machine darning, very well done. I'd say professional level darning, unlike how I do mine, on both sides. And then additionally on top of that, he's gone in here by himself and done some sashiko mending. So two very large areas which have, this is like a coarser and this is a finer sashiko stitch where he's added in more denim to fill in some holes. So very, very nicely done. Moving down, we have another big paint splatter, and on the lower thigh area, just more general fading. We have some beautiful honeycombs, not super, super defined, but definitely there, definitely noticeable, and definitely well done. I'd say this pair is more of a vintage style fade, so it's not gonna be as defined and as contrasty, but very nice honeycombs nonetheless. Coming down, we have some more calf fades. You can really see the streakiness of this short slub denim. And there's, again, those cuffs with a little cuff mark, and you can see that they were cuffed quite a bit because there's definitely a difference in color from the indigo fading. There's like an obvious line here where they were cuffed up and protected, maybe even washed while cuffed, who knows. All right, so let's do a little side-by-side here. This is the Peace and Love Selvedge, which doesn't have a vulgar selvage idea. Actually has a peaceful and, well, it says peace and love basically on it. And this is the side-by-side. So this is the same fabric, same yarn. You can see that it starts like this, ends up like this. So if you really like these jeans and you want to fade a similar pair, definitely look for the Peace and Love Selvedge. Or if you're watching this video way in the future, check out our Vulgar series because this is the fabric we use. I'd say this is one of my favorite fabrics that we do. It is definitely a sleeper in terms of fades because it always produces amazing results with a really nice classic texture. And yeah, just beautiful overall look. So if you made it all the way end, please don't forget to like the video, subscribe. If you have a pair of jeans that you've faded yourself, you're not wearing them anymore, send us an email with some pictures. If they're faded enough, we will give you a free return label. You can send them in and we'll put them on the fade wall, the eternal wall of fades. I'll do a fade review. And yeah, until next time, thanks for watching and goodbye.